Hey everyone, it's me, Bree, at 135, and I quit Jet. So hello everyone, it's been so long since I last uploaded. I think it's been around 6 months, and in that period of time I've been going through some things and dealing with some things while here in Japan, and yeah, I'm finally settled down and in the right place I need to be in life. Don't mind the makeup. I've been experimenting all day because I just got this new palette, and also, as you saw from my intro, I quit Jet. So I figured one way to, I guess, memorialize this decision that I made in my life was to make my hair rainbow. So that's what I did, because I know once I start back working again, I can't have it rainbow anymore. So yeah, right now I'm just young, wild, and free. On to Jet, the Jet program. So I've been here for 2 years, and oh my gosh, my lip. So I've been, I guess, I was past tense. Okay, so I was in the Jet program for approximately 2 years, and I decided that I did not want to continue anymore. And why, you may ask? Well, I will get to that later. But before we get into that, just to let you all know, I have moved to the city of Osaka. And I'm currently living here, applying for new jobs, and just kind of chilling out and see what comes my way, which hopefully comes soon, because your girl needs a job. I need to get paid. So on to why I quit Jet. Alright. I guess, for lack of better words, it came down to burnout. I had been in a position for 2 years. I think I've said that 3,000 times. I've been in a position for 2 years, and I just didn't see myself really going anywhere. Now, you'll find this common with a lot of people who are alumni of Jet, but there's no real growth in terms of the program. Of course, you gain good experience, such as like international experience and teaching, if you want to try it out and see what it is for you. But for most people, there's no upward mobility in Jet, meaning that, okay, you can teach up to 5 years through this program. Each year you renew your contract, or if you want to leave, you can leave. But in that, there's no real positional growth. Like, you can't become like a manager of Jet or like a CEO of Jet. You're just here. And I felt myself getting very, very tired of that. Every day when I went to school, it was the same thing day in and day out. Of course, the factors changed, but more of the less, it was clock in at 8 o'clock, clock out at 4. And that was it. And that, of course, I had great moments and great experiences with my kids that I will never forget. And that's one thing that I truly, truly value for this job. But for me, I felt myself getting stale, in terms of just like learning new things. And I'm that type of person that I always want to be in a position of growth. And I just didn't see myself doing that in this particular program. So let me tell you some of the factors, besides growth, that contributed to me leaving. So one thing that I hate the most is desk warming. If you're a potential Jet, then or thinking about Jet, this is one problem that you should, this is one thing that you should take note of. And current Jets, you already know what I'm talking about. But basically, the art of desk warming is when you literally sit at your desk and you do nothing all day, because in this program, although you are a teacher, there's certain holidays such as like spring break or Christmas break or summer break, where if the kids are out and if you do not take time out, there's nothing for you to really do. I think a lot of misconceptions with Jet program is that you're a teacher, and I think the more accurate term for that is that you're assistant teacher, meaning that, at least in my case, that you help out the teacher when need be, but besides that, you kind of chilling on your own. So when it came for summer break, of course the kids would get you know, summer break off, and they could do whatever they want. And for teachers, you could choose to take time off, but that's like paid leave. So you don't get the summer off like you would in the US. You're kind of requesting to get summer off, which you would, but then that would hurt you later on in the year if you decide to take days off to go home for Christmas, or you know, just holidays, whatever. So for me, I decided to not waste my days during summer because I used to go home in the wintertime. So that means that I sat at my desk for 8-ish hours a day my first year here. And me and a collection of the other desks that were in my town, at this time we were at the Board of Education, we just sat there and we looked at the wall. Sometimes we played card games, and yeah. So that was my first introduction to this town and the position. And I was like, I'm not gonna be here long if this is what we're gonna do every summer. Oh my gosh, it was torturous. And then the room was hot, we had no internet, so I felt myself laying to waste. Now my second year the second summer that I was here with Jet, things actually got a little bit better because my town initiated a English program, which meant that during the week, for like an hour to hour and a half, we would go to a school and we would kind of teach the kids English or do games, basically like summer camp, but only for an hour a day for 4 or 5 days a week, just so kids don't lose their English during the summer, because I mean, you're a student once, you know how it is. Sometimes, you know, you go out throughout the school year, you learning stuff and you remember it, and then as soon as summer breaks hit, you're like, bye-bye, I don't remember anything. And so my town initiated this program so that way it would help kids to, like I said, not forget what they learned. And that helped me as a teacher as well, because I felt myself being more utilized and that I actually had stuff to do instead of looking at the wall. And so yeah, feeling myself wasting away was one of the main components of why I did choose to leave, because I can't, honestly, I'm the type of person that I have to always be doing something. If I don't do anything, then I freaking lose it. I honestly feels like my brain is being sponged out and I'm not with the shit. So yeah, I can say that I didn't love the job, but I didn't hate the job either, which for me makes it difficult, because coming out of university, I wanted to teach English to see like, okay, could I do this in the future? Is this my calling? But this program didn't really give me a stance on if I love or if I hate teaching. Like, it didn't really do anything for me, which kind of sucks, because I'm still a young adult and I don't know what I want to do in my life. And of course, there's other people in my position who are probably the same way, but the position itself to me wasn't very substantial. The people that I met along the way helped to make this journey a lot easier and more enjoyable, but I can't say that the program itself has really, I don't know. Yeah, so I guess what you can take from this video is that the reason that I quit Jet comes down to not being utilized, and not seeing myself grow, and that's why I quit. After I quit, I came to this realization that, hey, I love Japan. I might not love this job, but I love being here. I love being with the people. I like the culture. So I want to be here as long as possible, even if that's not with the JET program. So I will say that one great thing about this program is that it gets your foot into Japan. I will say that it coming here, that JET program has held my hand the entire way in terms of getting visas, getting situated in my hometown, getting cars, everything that I would need to live here. So that way when I decided to go, that I had some type of footing to being here. So I am grateful for that. So after I quit, I knew that oh my gosh, I'm doing construction outside. So after I left the program, I knew that I wanted to stay in Japan. So I immediately started applying for jobs. And one website that I used that was helpful, that is helpful for me now, and helpful for a lot of people, is called gaijinpot.com. And in that website, you can do searches for housing as well as jobs. So those are the two tabs that I use when figuring out what I want to do after I decided I wanted to stay in Japan. So after deciding that I wanted to stay here, my next goal was like, okay, now that I've quit this program, where do I want to go? Do I want to go to Tokyo, where it's all glitz and glam? Do I want to stay in Kansai? Do I want to go to Okinawa? And I figured for me, Kansai was the best place because I have Himeji, Kobe, Kyoto, all within 1 hour train ride distance. Whereas Tokyo is just Tokyo. I mean, Tokyo's great, and of course there's other cities, but for me it's like Kansai, I kind of get like a 4-in-1 deal, whereas Tokyo is just Tokyo, and for me it's kind of overhyped. Not to diss on Tokyo, but yeah, it's just too big for me. It's overhyped. There's more to Japan than Tokyo, and I feel like Tokyo paints a picture that everywhere in Japan is like Tokyo, when that's totally not true. For me, you have to get outside of Tokyo to actually see what real Japan is like. So that's why I decided to stay on Kansai. I found a nice apartment, 1-room apartment in Osaka, which really fits my needs. It's very close to both buses and train lines, and I can be to the central area of Osaka in like 15-20 minutes tops, which is really nice for a decent price. Maybe I'll do another video later in terms of like pricing and everything for my new apartment. Now, as far as jobs for people here, maybe I'll get that into another video too. But long story short, or just to wrap it all up, my Japanese ability is still growing. So at this moment, I feel most comfortable with doing a teaching position, whether that's at a eikaiwa or another school or a preschool, but I know that teaching is not something I want to do long term. So until my Japanese ability increases, which I hope to start doing active roles to increasing that, which I'll do another video on that, I'm going to be teaching and studying Japanese to hopefully stay here long term. So yeah, that's about it. That's the reason why, so now you all know the reason why I quit JET, as well as like what I'm doing now, my life update. Now that my life is a little bit more in order now, I hope to be putting out more videos regularly, once a week, like how I was doing. And yeah, thank you all for watching, and let's enjoy this ride together.